Goodman. And we are underway, third Hoop Summit on the women's side. It's the U.S. that gets the ball first. Davidson follows it up, and a second chance for the United States. So much talent on the floor. They're going to run through Chavez. Generally a good idea. 34.5 points per game, 48, 38, 89 splits in her senior season, and the easy deuce down low. You go to the size, and Sienna Betts is usually a good bet.
Yeah, right away they get Sienna Betts involved on the left side of the floor. She's a lefty. You might recognize that last name, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
Sister Lauren, an All-American this year at UCLA. Nice drive and finish for Risa Shea.
Risa Shea just so smooth. One of the players that Coach Clarkson, she's been most impressed with in this last week.
Betts can't finish on this one. McKeer grabs the rebound, tripped, no whistle. It is international rules here, so the FIBA rules that we saw during the Olympics this past summer. A lot of physical play that we saw in Paris, and expect a lot of that here with both the men and the women tonight. Second chance, wide open, easy bucket.
A scramble on defense, play high risk, high reward, and the world has to really stay calm and patient, and they did on that possession.
Oh, rejected. McKeer just tracked Chavez step for step.
McKeer has a lot of length, boy. We checked the wingspan, and I still want to remeasure. They said 6'3". I think it's more like 6'6".
I'm going to trust you as Somfay creates a 6-0 run for Team World. This was a close game last year with the U.S. and the world on the women's side. 83-80 U.S. win, but they had to come from behind after trailing by 14 at the half.
Lots of pressure here by the world team, which I expected it from USA, but boy, the world's getting it after defensively as well.
Davidson comes up short. Risa Shea claims the board, and the outlet goes to Shales, who will run the show. The Australian plays for the Townsville Fire of the WNBL, and a turnover. This is what the U.S. is looking for. Easy points in transition. They're going to get it on the swipe-in score for Emily Skinner.
Yeah, Coach Rolfa said we want about 8 to 10 points in this game off of our defense, and Skinner does an excellent job there of getting out and running in a fast break situation.
Spray it out. Risa Shea, whose brother was the #1 overall pick in the NBA draft last year, one of the front runners potentially for the Rookie of the Year, but they turn it over back to the U.S.
The world, when they take their time and really come through the pressure with patience and can see the floor.
Betts has her second bucket.
Cannot say enough about Sienna Betts' game. Just great at the face-up. She's an exceptional passer. Going to be a great asset for Corey Close, as you mentioned, playing alongside her sister next season.
Now, how about the fact that Betts has won the Gatorade Colorado Player of the Year the last 5 years? What a pass and finish. That is some elite offense from the world. So Sissi, Sissi gets on the board. Early changes for the world.
And both teams getting pain points, but just in different ways.
Chavez comes up short. Shales had it taken away, taking candy from a baby, and some early impressive moments for Emily Skinner.
Listen, Duke Blue Devil fans should be very excited because Skinner is going to be a fantastic player for Kara Lawson in Durham.
Extra pass and finish Sissi with back-to-back buckets.
Yes, Sissi with easy one in the paint. And right now, the United States is bringing the pressure, but there's no help defense on the backside. The rotations are slow.
Now, you mentioned the Olympics, as we were talking earlier. Just think about how close that gold medal game was with the U.S. and France. And to see another up-and-comer coming out of France, just so much talent right now from that country as the men and the women both come away with silvers in their home Olympics. Open look, Skinner can't stay hot. Rebound poked around, knocked out of the hands of Davidson, and Betts finally claims for another chance for the U.S. Now Davidson on the attack. Chavez.
She is usually money. The world got lucky on that one, but you mentioned us watching, especially a team like France in the Olympics, and you look at Risa Shea, you look at Sissi, and they have that long athletic build that basically the entire France roster was comprised of. Great steal, great hands by Betts.
Get it up ahead in transition, and the first foul of the game is going to send Skinner to the free throw line. Month and a half, averaging 16 points per game in his last 20 or so games, and shooting the ball at a really elite clip from 3 at 39%. As when you talk to Dan Rolfus, he mentioned her particularly impressing through this week of practice?
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with her business approach to the game. I noted that. Kira Lawson has talked about that in terms of why she wanted her to come play at Duke. She is constantly trying to get better, just tremendous work ethic. And I've been a fan of her court vision. I think it's phenomenal.
So she gets rid of it. Knock away and a steal. Yetch had it taken away. Get it up ahead, and another transition opportunity taken advantage as Jazzy Davidson puts it home.
Good luck trying to catch Jazzy Davidson, but how about Betts in the footwork? She is coming up to the top of the floor, having to play in the trap, and then recovering for the block.
Can get it done on both ends of the floor. Is Popovich now out there for the first time. McDowell as well. Good ball movement from the world with 6 to shoot. It's Hines off the screen, curls around, kick it out, open look. Popovich knocks it down.
Really impressed with the ball sharing of the world team as we watch their practices. And Hines with an excellent find. She could have forced it at the rim, but found Popovich out on the perimeter.
Popovich plays for ZKK Megabasket, one of the elite programs over in Serbia. Follow the miss and the easy bucket. Nice job just sticking with it for Alex Eschmeyer.
Eschmeyer has good length and size. There's a thin rotation in the post for the United States. I mean, they can throw a couple of bigger guards in there, but they've got about a 3-player rotation with Eschmeyer, Betts, and Knox.
7 to shoot for Hines again at the controls. Off the screen, couldn't squeeze it through, and the 6th turnover for the world. Get it up ahead, Davidson behind the defense. Double team comes, dump it off, lay it off.
Swing just off, but that is the type of pass that Skinner can make in the open floor. I mean, that was right to the hands of Jazzy Davidson, who's always running the floor.
Attack mode, yes, with a chance for 3.
And that is another player that I have been really impressed with. Nadine Yetch.
For next year, a big get for Kelly Ray Finley. They haven't made the tournament since 2022. You've got a feeling that Yetch is coming in there to change that real quick.
It definitely increases your chances a lot, though. The SEC is tough, but I'm putting my money on Yetch.
Chavez, oh, great look inside. Just couldn't finish, but a foul is called. So it'll send Eschmeyer to the free throw line for 2 more. Scoring numbers are obvious. When you average about 35 points per game, it's going to be obvious, but her court vision is clear when you watch her play.
And her ability to make that adjustment, knowing that she's going to be playing with better talent, obviously, in this game and as her career goes on, and knowing how to get everyone involved and that she doesn't have to do it all.
Aaliyah Crump and Zakiya Johnson on the floor for the U.S. 3 ball, Yetch a little too strong. Weak side rebound, strong putback. Isla McDowell doing work.
Yeah, Isla McDowell also headed to South Carolina to play her college basketball for Dawn Staley, representing Brazil. Gives you a lot of length. I really like her shooting ability from the outside, though, Noah. And speaking of which, it's like water when Chavez gets the shot going.
Just so smooth off the bounce in particular. By the way, do you think that Isla McDowell has to hear about coming to America her entire life? Is that just part of the deal? Because that's all I could think about as I was thinking of her name.
It's the only time you think of McDowell. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Hines up and under. That's pretty.
We have 3 players headed to LSU in this game to play for Kim Mulkey. We also have Sylvia Fowl somewhere in the building, so a lot of Tiger love in here today.
Chavez again. A little bit short, long rebound. Chavez fell, Hines has it. McDowell streaking for the open lane.
Really good pass. I like the way that Hines is running this team, her reads, playing at a very high level early.
So LSU #1 recruiting class in the country this year. Oh, rejected inside. Vukosa was in the right place at the right time to swat it. Oh, nice out of bounds play. Chavez, easy.
Coach Rolfes would be very happy with that. Felt like he needed a little more practice time. Didn't know if the team was going to be ready the way he wanted them to, but that was perfectly executed.
Another turnover, another transition bucket. Coast to coast for the lay. Aaliyah Crump with her first field goal.
I'm a Aaliyah Crump fan. Watched her play for the first time at Overtime Elite at one of their girls' events, and she's going to Texas to play for Vic Schaefer. They need some outside shooting. She's really good at it, so she is going to add great value playing in the backcourt beside Madison Booker, who's an alum of this Nike Hoop Summit.
Lakia running, doesn't need it. Impressive finish with the left. So CC has come in and provided a nice boost off the bench for Team World, who keeps this 2-point lead. 2-point opportunity taken. That was smooth.
Yeah, that's the three I'm talking about. I think Texas was somewhere near the bottom when it came to three-pointers made per game this season. Well, don't have to worry about that so much next year.
Think about a team that made the Final Four, fresh off that run. That one a little bit off from Burek, and then the rebound knocked out of bounds, staying here.
Aaliyah Crump gives you some size on the.
Really cool just to see all of these talented players on the court together. You just don't know when you're going to get that again. And so, yeah, they realize the way that hitting the rim, just raising, they're going to have to shut the shot clock off. So World can hold for the final shot here with 5 seconds left. Some Fay is going to have to put it up. Forces, nearly banked home.